Hello everyone. This week we've decided to skip doing the intro as I asked Si, have we done an intro? And he goes, we should have thought about that middle of the week. So we don't have an intro for you, so you're
Yet again.
safe. So say hi, Si.
Hello.
Right, so for those who've been following the Twitter, and that's at Fortress_Craft, you'll know that most of the last week has been me banging my head against mutaces or mutexes. There's no actual definition for it, but like vorteces, vortexes, both acceptable.
Xbox and Xboxes.
Xbox Ice? No. So, been lots of optimization work, none of which will show up on this video, you won't see it, but the Xbox version is now much, much smoother than it is.
Stop.
Hammer time?
Are you recording the correct window?
Yes, I am. It's got a red fraps thing in the corner, and I shut down the window.
Because that was a big fail for the last vlog.
Well, you should have reminded me. But yeah, I'm 99% sure it's doing it. We'll find out at the end. Right, so I think the first thing hopefully everyone's noticed is that the overwhelming response from last time was release it as quickly as possible, even if you have to turn stuff off. So we are going with a 0.9 release. It's all pretty good. It's quite stable, so I'm kind of hoping, and there is a hope, that we're going to actually get this out into peer review soon, like within a week soon. The builds really come together. We've got all the networking issues fixed, crashes, it's all coming together. So there will be a 0.9. I don't know why I've called it 0.9. That's the wrong number, isn't it? That's less than the first release. The release number will be 1.09. It's not a good start. So, what have I done that's new? So, Si, you'll like this one. So, Si and I, we've actually been practicing. We've been doing our run-up. So, I haven't told Si the good thing, because it was his idea. And I haven't told him we're doing it. So, this is all going to be exciting and surprising for him. Right, so let's find the relics. So, all of the relics are now in that will be in the game. And I'll just collect those so the noise disappears. And you see, they've got particles. So, if they're buried underneath the ground, you should be able to find them from their particles as well as their sound. Now, I'm looking for one in particular. Watch one way to find it out. Are you still there, Si? I've lost you with my exciting particles.
Yeah, I'll just muted the mic because a small child was coughing in the background.
Is it yours or just one nearby?
I think it's mine.
Okay.
It sounded familiar.
So we've also got to see the thermal helmet, the thermal imaging helmet, which lets you. What?
That's what know what a thermal helmet is.
Well, it lets you see.
It's for cold heads.
Thermally. I bet you I'm not going to be able to find them now. This happens. This always happens every time I need to do. I think though. I won't need it anyway. So one thing I have done on request from Si, and then I was like, yeah, right, I'll have a look at it, is the diggers. So the diggers now work a little differently than they did in the previous video you saw. So they're now a lot more useful. So first of all, they lock to 90 degrees, and they lock to what they consider to be the most obvious 90 degrees from the way you're facing. So if you put one down, if you aim it, bosh, the game crashes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really pleased you've implemented it though.
Whoa, jump cut. So, yeah, I've been testing this code on the laptop and stuff. So, as you can see, the digger facing the right direction. So when I put the digger down, it's perfectly clear where it's going to start digging from and where it's going to go.
That is awesome.
If you face a wall from any angle, the digger points at the wall you're digging. So you can place it anywhere you like within range, and you can dig it. I will show you what I normally dig them for, what I normally use them for, which is for tunnels. So now, unlike the previous video, which you may or may not have seen, you can actually reliably and consistently and easily make tunnels, which is always good. It helps probably if I actually select something capable of building.
So do they have to start on a surface, or can you start a digger up sort of 5 feet above your head?
Sort of. They do try. I mean, if I put one there, it will fall for a bit, and then it will probably just stick in the wall. There we go. So it will kind of do it.
That's weird.
But if it's because it's kind of falling, and when you place it, it doesn't immediately start it. I did and about whether or not it maybe should go straight in, and then I decided not to. So yeah, as you can see, diggers now actually kind of cool, kind of useful. And the point is that you don't sit there and watch them. That would be silly. So for those of you who've ever seen a Roomba, when you get your Roomba and you want to vacuum your house with it, don't sit there and watch it. That negates the point of having a Roomba. The idea is you go, build me a tunnel, and you come back later on and there is a tunnel.
I think I've seen your mum's Roomba.
Roomba, it's a kind of like robotic Hoover. I've got one, but I end up watching it Hoover, which, as I said, like, so you just watch it go around going, that's really clever.
Do you say to it, you've missed a bit?
Yeah. The best way to describe the Roomba, it's like a small child that has almost unlimited attention span and is very dim and just keeps cleaning until it passes out. That's Roombas. They're brilliant.
I think I've met that child.
So, for those of you who missed the video from last week, which is everyone in the entire world apart from me and Si, here is the water block. So as you can see, you can now place a water block. Water goes down, I place the water block. There's the water spawner. So if I quit out the title, hopefully it won't crash again.
So pretty.
Yeah, so it's saving. There we go. Into the world. Right back in. Back where we were. Ta-da! The water's still there. But oh no, I've flooded my world in a terrible place. Click there. The water spawner is removed. Quit back to title. Drum roll. I should probably do a little drum roll while it's saving. Back in. And the water, hopefully, is gone. So there you go. You can now
Right, I don't understand that. Well, how did you get rid of it exactly?
So when you place the water, yeah, you can see the little fountains there.
Right.
They make the water come back. So when you rerun the world, there's no water. There's just the water spawners. So you can make things that animate. It's a bit like dominoes. Think of it as like...
That makes sense, yeah.
Domino. But the idea is...
And you place two of them there, so you'd have to get rid of two of them as well.
Have to get rid of them, yeah.
Okay.
The idea is if you do something really stupid and flood your entire world, which you will, then you can get rid of it. One of the things that came out of last night's playtest was stopping clients being able to build it because someone just built water all the way up there and just completely flooded the entire world. So...
They should maybe be called geezers or something because that's what they're like, and then it differentiates from any other kind of spawn.
They're not actually called anything. They don't have a name. They're called water. I mean,
okay, I'm calling them geezers.
Geezers. That's very good. It's very British of you.
It's not British at all. Isn't that what they're called the world over?
No, geezer, like eyes. It's a sound geezer, isn't it? You should know this. You deal with travels all the time.
I love it when you do accents.
What accent was that? See, to all our American listeners, they wouldn't have even spotted an accent change. We've just got generic British
That's because you're
voices.
rubbish accents.
Right, so, onto the workshop. So the workshop very probably will make it into the next patch. I'll try and explain a bit more about how it works. So what happens now, here's your workshop. It's nice and empty. And we're going to build, what we're going to build, Si?
Oh, let's see. You want something that demonstrates the way that you can use multiple blocks to combine together to make interesting sort of models and things. So how about like a shelving unit or something, like shelves that have brackets?
That's
and
pretty
shelves
good.
that don't have brackets.
That sounded completely
We practiced earlier.
Rehearsed. Okay, so
Well,
let's see if I do it.
either that or pig troughs.
Let's see if I mess it up less than I did when we practiced this. So the
You can't mess it up worse.
So the workshop code is new, so I haven't had much time in the workshop, so you'll forgive me if I'm a bit rubbish. For those of you who've tweeted me and gone, hey, what cool things do you build? I don't. I'm terrible at this game. I build square things and mushrooms, and I like building little archways because I find archways very easy, and I can't really go wrong when building archways. So I build a lot of archways, and I build a lot of blocks.
Cubes. You build cubes.
Yeah. So yeah, not very good at the game. So don't look at this and go, oh wow, it's really hard. It's just that I'm rubbish. So as you can see, I've built a shelf. So let's go outside. Hopefully.
And battle endlessly to get it placed the correct way around.
Yeah. So what's currently missing from this build? So those of you who only look at the pictures and don't listen to the audio, and I know there's a load of you, you won't get this. So what doesn't happen yet, and which is planned to happen before the game is shipped, is you'll get a preview. When I say you get a preview, I mean almost exactly like the diggers have a preview. So you can see there, I know how it's going to appear. I know what angle So that code isn't in yet. So it will get easier than this. Right, so what we're going to build, let's hope it works. We're going to build a bookshelf, because bookshelves are awesome. Sai also pointed out bookshelves the easiest thing in the world. I disagree, having actually done a dry run of this and tried to build a bookcase. So, here we go. Did I build it the right way around? I did, I built it the right way around. Look at that. Like a boss. So there you go. There is a bookcase. So, there's an object. I've built an object. So I don't like it. I'm going to go and tweak the object now. So I'll show you what happens when we do that. Get stuck on the floor. There's my object. And what we'll do is we'll add in some hinges at the back, or a bracket. And I know what you're thinking, Si. You're thinking, only put one, but I'm wrong. You're wrong. I've had shelving units fall off walls before. 2 is the minimum amount. So what you can see there, I've just...
Well, if I agreed with you, then we'd both be wrong.
Yeah. But I've just gone there and I've tweaked the objects. So as we just fly back out, and you can see that now the object has changed. But if you want more variety, which you probably do, we go back in.
Go to Ikea.
And we will select a different slot in the workshop. So select a different slot in the workshop. The workshop cleans itself out. And then we will hopefully build an almost identical shelf, only without a... I should build out the same material, that'll help. Almost identical shelf, but without the bracket at the back. And then we'll have a variety of objects. I would like to get cut and paste in. Again, that's the sort of thing that... I mean, I could put cut and paste in, but it'll take more time. That's the sort of thing that we'll see how many people really want cut and paste. And if I get 500 tweets going, this needs cut and paste, then it will go into a patch. So remember, the idea from now on, hopefully, is a little bit quicker patching, a little bit quicker featuring. So there we go. Hopefully that's the shelf, if I've not messed it up. So now, if I go back into the workshop stuff, we can... I've done it wrong. Okay, we'll just put the middle ones with shelves.
Nobody saw that, right?
Yeah. Well, they're saying when there's... I did. I totally built it back to front. Look at that. No, I actually built it wrong. But I could, and I won't, but I could go back in there and then tweak that object. So the idea is that you can sit there and you can tweak objects as much as you like.
Yeah, DJ's got this habit of making easy things look really difficult.
Yeah, walking, talking. So there you go.
Building shelves. But it looks good. It looks good. There's potential there. Your mileage may vary. Your home is at risk if you do not keep up payments.
Okay. So we've also got the spleef gun added in. It looks terrible right now, so Todd needs to give that some love. We've replaced the... let's make it daytime. We've replaced the rock with a trophy that says winning on it. Do you like that?
Winning.
We also have the Sword of Epic now. The fabled Sword of Epic now has readable text. What else?
It was a bit short, though. I thought it was going to be longer.
It's kind of tilted away. It is quite long.
But it should be more perspective-y if it's tilted away.
And we messed the spoon up, so you won't be able to read that. But it says obscure, the first step to greatness. But it actually goes obscure, the first step to let's go bad capture. Predator
How on
Blades,
earth did that happen?
I messed up. Let's not talk about that.
No, how? I want to know how it became wavy like that.
It's the front of the spoon is texture mapped onto the back of the spoon, and the texture. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Well, people will want to know. I'm the voice of the comment section.
Also, the optic camera has been improved, so it's now a lot. It works. So now, if I freeze, I wouldn't say I'm invisible, but you can certainly see that it works a lot better than it did. Doesn't work a lot better than it does. And for those of you who are interested, during our dry run, we built a... we've got the band hammer. So the band hammer also makes you move quickly. Look at that. Great fun. So the band hammer also makes you move quickly. We also built a pig trough. So, yeah, for my first people were like, oh, you can build chairs. You can build pig troughs. You can build shelving units of a variety of different ways. Look at that. And you can also build these. So if you ever need these in your game, this is an option for you now. I've just sent my digger off. Whoops. Yeah, do be careful with the diggers. Very dangerous.
Don't point them at people.
Never point a loaded digger at someone. So yeah, there you go. That's how it's been going. So it's not really new stuff, but it's all coming together nicely. If you haven't seen the Tactics Forever video, I did an interview with Morning Afterkill, and he talked to me about Tactics Forever and how it's going. Do recommend you have a look. If I work out how to, I'll put a link into this video, but I'm not really very YouTubey. And apparently something happened with YouTube and people have worked out how to exploit it and everyone's annoyed. I don't know. So there we go. That's pretty much it for this week. Hopefully, you never know, next week's video will be all about Tactics Forever, and I'll just go, okay, the game's in peer review, let you know how it's go. We'll see. That's my hope, but as you well know, things tend to get in the way. Yeah, pretty much it. Have I missed anything, Si?
Let's see. Release dates, shelving units, pig troughs. We didn't do pig troughs.
Well,
Build your
I
own
showed
pig
the pig
trough.
trough. I mean, I can build another pig trough. I mean, we could. I could show people. You know,
Well,
if you wanted. Like,
when we were experimenting, one thing we discussed was, well, I asked, if you're going to make a pig trough, can you put water in it in the workshop? But the answer is no, because the way water works, you can't have water in your model that then gets scaled down. I mean, you've simulated it here with blue canvas, but
blue
don't expect
canvas
to have
is good
miniaturized.
enough for someone famous. It's good enough for me.
It's fine for canvas pigs. That's what they expect to find in their pig trough.
Oops.
Well, as I was saying earlier, it's not, if you're a thirsty pig, it's just not going to cut it. It's the vertical variety of pig trough.
Okay, so if I get rid of the middle bits now. I have to
Please
say,
do not be tempted to make pig troughs in the shape of a swastika.
if I do that, it's purely by accident. It's more like to come out in like Jewish style than a swastika. I think get this right. There we go. So, we'll say when the preview comes in, that'll become a lot easier. There you go. My own fantastic pig troughs.
Come on, pigs, enter the pig trough maze.
I should have
See if you
modelled
can
a
figure it out.
pig. That's what we should have done. I couldn't do a pig. Maybe I should get somebody else to model pigs for me. And then, dotted around are these things that I made earlier. I was trying to do something with them, but I'm not very good. So there you go. That's pretty much
Oh, you
it.
know what they remind me of, those things?
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Well, it looks like it's like a funky hourglass from the future.
Yeah.
Imagine the middle bit
Big
spinning
demand for
around.
hourglasses in the future.
Well, digital hourglasses. I just had a thought, by the way. So there you go. This is it's called Gonzo programming. Do they reflect? Yeah, see, they even reflect in the water. So custom models reflect in the water, but only on the higher detail settings. So you can see there. So there you go. That's it. I don't know how long we're probably like an hour this time. We need to start talking quicker or making more shorter videos. So I hope you listened to the end. I hope you enjoyed looking at the pig troughs. And follow the Twitter, and we'll see you all again next week. This is the point in the show, by the way, where Si says something funny.
No, how about you come up with something funny?
Your
How'd you like
mum.
that? Sorry?
Your mum.
My mum's dead.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
I know she's not. Having said that, I did actually go, your mum. Somebody goes, my mum's dead. And I was like, oh, no, she isn't. He's like, no, she is. I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Were you tempted to go, oh, no, she's not, again? Just keep arguing it.
Possibly briefly. I don't think I can argue someone's mum back to life. So I forget FortressCraft. I can make a lot of money doing that. So there you go, boys and girls. See you again in a week, give or take 3 days. Bye-bye.